Almost every guy over 30 is eating half the protein they should be, and they always think that they're crushing it. The number is simple, but the way you've been taught to hit the number is why you always get stuck. What's up guys, Neil John Thomas here. If you're new here, I'm a 38-year-old retired bodybuilder and I help men over 30 get into the best shape of their lives with as minimal effort as possible. That's what it's all about. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many men as possible that really want to change their lives. The fitness industry has lied to us for many, many years. They push the hustle and grind culture so hard on everyone. Like, if you're not eating chicken and rice 6 times a day and you're not squatting 500 pounds and you're not throwing up after every workout, you're doing it wrong. But that's so far from the truth, especially as you get older. So today we're talking about protein, and the number is 0.7 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight. And there's different variables of this. Some people say it's 0.7 or 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of lean muscle, lean body mass. But on average, for most men, that is going to be between 150 grams to 200 grams of protein every single day. It's not a strict die by this number. It's just a range, 150 to 200 grams. And see, after you turn 30, as you get older, you need more protein to maintain the muscle you have or to put on new muscle. So the reason it feels impossible for a lot of older men, I see this all the time with clients in the past, they'd be going down the chicken and rice rabbit hole and getting to 90, 100 grams of protein and then giving up after 4 or 6 weeks because it's an unsustainable diet. It's an unsustainable approach long term. It's bland and it's not fun. It's not a discipline problem, it's a menu problem. And because it's a menu problem, the trick isn't to just add more protein. The trick or the tip is to recreate all your favorite meals with high protein and low fat. So that way you never have to think about it. There is zero stress. Like, I don't have to ever think about how much protein I'm getting in a day because I know that all of my meals are 40 to roughly 50 grams of protein every meal, and I eat 4 meals a day. And I have tested this out on myself specifically and with clients in the past. About 3 years ago, I did 120 to 130 grams of protein for 6 months, and I did look like I was losing muscle. Like, in the mirror, I was like, I didn't feel as full, even though carbs is what makes you feel full, look full, the glycogen in the muscle. But I looked like not as good, and it's weird because I see a lot of bodybuilders, specific types of bodybuilders, more like the natural bodybuilders or the vegan bodybuilders or like the keto bodybuilders. They'll all talk about how you can eat low protein, that it's a myth that you need to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I tried it personally, and I did not gain any muscle. I looked like I lost muscle. So going forward with men over 30 especially, I always recommend just get that 1 gram of protein in per pound of body weight, or at least try to. And if you remake all your favorite foods, it's super easy. You never have to think about it. I think back when I was a bodybuilder in my 20s, I was so stressed out all the time. And I always think that I could have been a much better bodybuilder if my recovery was on point and if I didn't stress all the time. And because I pushed myself to the absolute limit, I ate chicken and rice 5 to 6 times a day. I did the typical bodybuilder bro diet. There was a point for a year where I ate 300 grams of protein. It was like crazy. That was like way too much. I didn't feel good. My stomach was like bloated and like stretched out. Like, it was horrible. And 300 grams of protein when it's like super clean, like egg whites and chicken, is so much volume and so much food. I was miserable. Now I get 160 to 180 grams of protein every single day, but I don't stress about it. And I think that's why I'm able to maintain less than 10% body fat. I'm able to have energy, have great workouts, still maintain my muscle with putting on a little bit of muscle. After you get into your 30s and your testosterone is lower, it gets much harder to put on muscle. When you're a newbie in your 20s, like, you can put on 5 to 10 pounds of muscle in a year. But after 30s, you're lucky to get 1 to 2 pounds of muscle. And that's if everything is on point, like your training is on point, your diet, your sleep, your recovery, your caffeine, like literally everything. So the trick is recreating all your favorite foods, and I'm going to give you guys a great example of this. If you follow my Instagram channel, all I do is post food stuff and food recipes there. And the other day I made a Biscoff cheesecake, and a few days prior to that I made some donuts. Then I made some Biscoff donuts, and like my whole day, because I know the donuts were 13 grams of protein each, so 3 donuts is just below 40 grams of protein. I'd have my chocolate chip banana pancakes for breakfast, and then pre-workout I'd have 3 donuts, and then for lunch I'd have a Chipotle bowl, and then I'd have another snack of the cheesecake protein, probably 2 slices, which was like 47 grams of protein. And then before bed I had my homemade ice cream. Sometimes I do like the Ninja Creamy ice cream, but I didn't even have to think about any of that stuff, guys, because I literally just go with how I feel every day. It's not like, you know, when I was a bodybuilder, it was like, wake up and I know that I'm getting 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 4 eggs, a cup of egg whites, and a bowl of oatmeal. Like that was, it was like, that's what's happening today. And then 2.5 hours to 3 hours later, I'm doing chicken and rice with no condiments and just friggin' hot sauce. It sucked. But now, being older, I literally don't stress about it at all. Like I wake up and some days I do the chocolate chip banana pancakes. Some days I do French toast sticks. Some days I do like a bagel sandwich with like sausage or bacon. Like it really depends how I feel. But the point is that every day I'm not stressing about it. Well, my cortisol is going to be much lower. I'm not going to hold on to body fat, and I'm going to feel much happier. And it's like, there's no worry. At the end of the day, I'm not like, oh crap, I only got 100 grams of protein. I need to slam a protein shake, or I need to somehow get more protein, or drink a cup of egg whites. I used to do that in my 20s too. When I didn't get enough protein, guys, I literally would drink plain egg whites. Like, stupid. That's not enjoyable, just to hit a number. So I always recommend to my clients moving forward, just recreate all your favorite meals. All my recipes are free right now, guys. If you want to click the link in my bio, I have I think it's 11 recipes, all my favorites, a bunch of desserts, donuts, the cheesecake on there, Crunchwrap Supreme, Big Mac, all your favorite foods, completely for free. I highly recommend try it out for yourself. And if you want to take it a step further, I have a full 12-week coaching program from A to Z, how to get into the best shape of your life to get to 10% body fat without stressing, without giving up your favorite foods, and without doing any cardio. So the link's in the bio for that as well. So another quick practical tip I want to give you guys with protein is to anchor it. So what I teach a lot of guys, and if you've gone through the course, you know that I teach the 80-20 rule, where 80% of your foods is the meals you recreate, and then 20% is, 5 meals-ish, 5 to 6 meals per week that you go out, you do whatever, you enjoy yourself, go to a restaurant, have a beer, have a drink, whatever. But what I teach in one of the modules is how to eat when you go out to restaurants, how to eat when you're on vacation, how to eat when you're in a different country, when you're traveling. And so that rule is having protein as the anchor. So no matter what it is, let's just say hypothetically you went out to a restaurant, what's the protein anchor when you're looking at the menu? Because if you went to Cheesecake Factory and you're like looking at a pasta dish, the anchor is going to be the carbs. It's going to be a ton of pasta, a ton of bread, and there's going to be a little bit of protein in there. But if you look through the menu, what would the protein anchor be? So that might be like a steak or a chicken sandwich, something where like, okay, a chicken sandwich, we know that that's going to be roughly 38 to 50 grams of protein. A steak, that's going to be roughly 40 to 50 grams of protein. Get a protein anchor, build your meal around that, and then fill up on everything after the protein. So a way I like to look at it, like when I go out, when I have clients that message me, they're like, so when I go out to eat, do I have to just eat salads? Like, no, absolutely not. You want to live your life, you want to be happy. Like, absolutely do not eat a salad. Just make sure that protein is the anchor. And you can ask the waiter and be like, hey, can I have this chicken sandwich, but instead of it being the chicken sandwich, can I do just the chicken on the side, and then can I do a side of potatoes, a side of French fries, depending on how the French fries are cooked. But that's my point, is you can take what you know with knowledge, with protein and getting to 10% body fat, and just Incorporate that when you go out, when you're traveling. When I travel, if I go out of the country and I'm going to restaurants and eating foods that I'm like, I have no freaking idea even what it's called and it's in a different language, I still maintain less than 10% body fat. It's not like I get back and I have to do tons of cardio. I haven't done cardio in 3 years. If you watch any of my other videos, I just talk about getting your steps in, just walking. So it doesn't matter where you are, if you're traveling, if you're going out with the boys and you're gonna have drinks on the weekend, protein anchor, you can still have your drinks. You just have to have a strategy built around it. And you can eat all your favorite foods and go out to restaurants and have drinks and maintain less than 10% body fat for the rest of your life. It is so much easier than the fitness industry makes it seem to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, guys. Please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many men as possible that need to hear the truth, that you don't need to suffer and starve yourself and go on a restrictive diet and do 4 hours a week on the Stairmaster. No, that's malarkey. The fitness industry wants you to think that you have to do that, and they want you to buy all their supplements. But let me know in the comments, guys, what meal you would recreate if you could. This week, I'm gonna be making Oreo cupcakes. I'm gonna be making Oreo donuts, a special Oreo frosting. So I got a lot of new recipes coming, guys. I look forward to talking to you guys in the next video. Take care.